They've been lying to you about confidence. It's not just about feeling good or standing tall. There's a darker side to it that no one talks about. What if I told you that confidence, when used correctly, could make you unstoppable, but misuse it, and it could destroy everything you've worked for? Keep watching to learn how to wield confidence like a weapon for power without it backfiring on you. Confidence. It's the one trait everyone says you need to succeed, whether in relationships, career, or personal growth. But most people don't understand that confidence is a double-edged sword. It's powerful, no doubt, but it's also dangerous. Used wisely, it can open doors, elevate your status, and give you control over your life. But when wielded carelessly, it can quickly turn into arrogance, manipulation, or even self-destruction. Today, we'll dive into the dark side of confidence, the part no one wants to admit exists, and learn how to walk that fine line between power and downfall. Trust me, this isn't just about feeling good. It's about gaining real influence. Most people think of confidence as a one-size-fits-all solution. Either you have it or you don't. Simple, right? Wrong. Confidence is far more complex than what motivational quotes or feel-good speeches tell you. Have you ever met someone who seemed overly confident, even obnoxious, and thought, I don't want to be like that? Or maybe you've seen someone so underconfident they're constantly walked over? Both extremes are dangerous. The real challenge is learning how to develop confidence that is controlled. Confidence that empowers you without crossing into arrogance or making you manipulative. Because here's the truth. Confidence, when misused, can quickly turn against you. You've probably seen it in action. Someone rises too quickly, becomes overconfident, and soon, they crash hard, whether it's in their career, personal relationships, or even their self-worth. One of the biggest misconceptions about confidence is that more is always better. Society tells us that if we can project confidence, we can achieve anything. But this belief overlooks the dark psychological reality that too much confidence can easily turn into a dangerous form of hubris. Think about it. How often have you encountered someone whose overwhelming confidence made them seem detached from reality? This isn't just arrogance. It's a form of self-deception that can lead to catastrophic results. For example, studies in psychology have shown that overconfidence bias, the tendency to overestimate our own abilities, can lead to poor decision-making. From leaders who make reckless choices to individuals who take on risks they're unprepared for, this bias blinds people to potential pitfalls. And that's exactly why mastering confidence requires a deep understanding of its nuances, both its light and dark sides. Let's break this down further. Confidence is a spectrum, and where you fall on that spectrum can dictate how people perceive you and, more importantly, how successful you are. On the lighter side, confidence can be incredibly empowering. It gives you the courage to speak your mind, to take risks, and to pursue opportunities you might have otherwise ignored. But that's just one side of the coin. Let's not sugarcoat it. There's also a dark side to confidence, one that can corrupt and harm, not just others, but yourself. When confidence is used wisely, it can be one of the most powerful tools you have. Controlled confidence means you're not constantly second-guessing yourself. You walk into a room and people notice, not because you're loud, but because your presence commands attention. People are drawn to those who exude quiet strength. It's not about showing off or overpowering others. It's about knowing your worth and conveying that without saying a word. In the world of dark psychology, controlled confidence is about subtle domination. Imagine someone who never raises their voice and never brags, yet everyone listens when they speak. This is the kind of confidence that influences silently, using body language, tone, and timing. It's like walking into a room and having people instinctively know you're in control without you saying a word. This kind of power can be cultivated, and it's one of the most potent forms of confidence. Controlled confidence does more than just make you feel good. It transforms the way others perceive you. When you possess controlled confidence, people sense it. They know that you are not just talking for the sake of being heard. Every word you say holds weight. You don't rush into decisions or act impulsively. Instead, you project a calm, quiet authority that naturally draws others toward you. Think of the silent leader, These are the people who lead without shouting, who don't need to prove themselves, and yet others instinctively look to them for guidance. They command not by force, but by the certainty they project. Controlled confidence isn't about arrogance. It's about knowing that you have nothing to prove to anyone. This kind of influence makes people trust you, respect you, and follow you, because they can feel that you're in control of yourself. But here's where things get tricky. Confidence, when unchecked, easily becomes a tool for manipulation. You might start using it to influence people in ways that benefit you but harm others. This is the kind of confidence we see in people who lead others astray, who dominate conversations not to contribute, but to control. Consider the art of charismatic persuasion. A person with dark confidence knows how to manipulate through charm and assurance. They can make you believe in them without question, even when their motives aren't in your best interest. This is where the dark side of confidence comes into play, using it as a weapon to control rather than uplift. Many people fall victim to this type of manipulation because they confuse confidence with truth. Just because someone is confident doesn't mean they're right or have good intentions. Here's where it gets even darker. Overconfidence. Overconfidence is like a house built on a shaky foundation. You might feel invincible, but you're setting yourself up for failure. You start taking risks without weighing the consequences. You think you're untouchable, but when things go wrong, and they will, you're unprepared. Overconfidence blinds you to your weaknesses, making it impossible to improve. You stop learning, you stop growing, and eventually, you fall. Look at people who take dangerous risks, like those who engage in high-stakes financial decisions or physical risks, thinking they're too skilled to fail. Overconfidence leads them to ignore warning signs, to push their limits, and eventually, it catches up. The higher they climb on overconfidence, the harder they fall when reality strikes. So how do you use confidence for power without crossing into arrogance or manipulation? The key is balance. True power doesn't come from dominating others. It comes from controlling yourself. Real confidence is about knowing your strengths and using them wisely, without pretending you don't have weaknesses. It's about mastering the art of subtlety, being able to assert yourself when needed, but knowing when to step back and let others shine. Here's a powerful takeaway. Confidence should lift others as well as yourself. If your confidence makes people feel small or insignificant, it's not true confidence. It's a mask for insecurity. Take note of how controlled confidence plays a leadership role, not just in personal growth. In the professional world, true leaders are those who empower others, not just themselves. They project confidence, but they also foster collaboration and encourage growth in those around them. It's a subtle, but immensely powerful tool. Let's return to controlled confidence. Controlled confidence means being self-assured enough to take the lead when necessary, but humble enough to know when to step aside. It's about mastering your emotions, knowing when to speak and when to listen. When you have controlled confidence, you don't need to manipulate others to feel powerful. You don't need to prove anything. People naturally gravitate toward you because they can sense that your confidence is genuine. Confidence, in its essence, is about self-belief. It empowers you to take risks, pursue your goals, and lead with conviction. But like any powerful tool, it can be dangerous when misused. Arrogance, manipulation, and overconfidence are traps that can ruin not just your success, but your relationships and reputation. The key is learning how to balance your confidence, using it to uplift others, build trust, and inspire action, while avoiding the pitfalls that come from letting it get out of control. Controlled confidence is quiet, powerful, and resilient. It's not about pretending to be perfect. It's about understanding that real strength comes from self-awareness, not dominance. Remember, confidence should never be about putting others down or deceiving yourself into thinking you're invincible. The real power comes from within, and when you learn to control it, you'll find that confidence becomes the gateway to success, influence, and personal growth. If you're ready to unlock true, controlled confidence, hit that subscribe button and stay tuned for more strategies that can transform your life.